Edmonton or Vancouver, right, for my daughter to get her medical stuff done. We're like, it's fine. We got home. The water wasn't frozen this time.
That's
We
a
had a
plus.
brand new baby on the ground. All the cows were out. There's like poop on my front porch. The cows are everywhere.
Oh,
And it was like, oh my. And then we pull up and there's like the cutest little face pops out of the hay bale stack
Oh
from the
my
sack yard. And we're
goodness.
like, I guess we're calving.
Okay,
It's
hold
official.
on. First off, was it a fluffy?
No,
Okay.
sadly, no.
Secondly, was it not really cold when you guys left?
Yes. It was
also,
very new, so it must have been born yesterday.
Lacey's normally a May caver. So
Yeah,
this is
you're
like a
like,
It's a
whoopsies.
oops.
did your bulls get out?
Hello.
Did somebody get out?
Yes, I believe so. Clearly.
Got out. We didn't know about it.
I think they got out. Well, we knew we were going to have a little bit earlier because the bull got out an extra weekend early
Oh, and then you're
or
like, there's
two.
no point.
And then we're like, well, whatever. But it's
Not
supposed
this
to be
early.
like end of March, not middle of March.
Oh,
So
friend.
obviously he
He said, hey, we're showing up.
Welcome to Ranch Wives Unsupervised.
where the Wi-Fi is weak.
And the opinions are strong.
Welcome to calving episode, ladies. Let's get into our most
Yeah.
wild calving stories thus far.
I feel like Brie, you have the most.
Yes.
So I feel like we
Oh.
need one of yours.
Okay, I'm good. I'll go. I'm ready. Let's
Yes.
go. So
You have them all in your
I
back
do. I'm
pocket. You're like,
let's
here
go.
we go.
I love a calving story. My probably most favorite calving story was, well, it's like not quite a calving story, but we were calving. This is kind of a calving story. Most favorite. We're like freshly married, living in Granny's house. I can hear a quad coming up the driveway or like somewhere. The dog's barking because we've got my dog in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. It's like, I don't know, probably like 5 a.m., something like that. Dad generally checks between 5 and 6. It's like early. And we were on night shift. And so, or like late shift, because we don't really do a night shift. But anyways, I hear the quad. I'm like, Keith, somebody's in the yard. He's like, Keith doesn't wake up well. Does not wake up well. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna let the dog out or something like that. So he like gets up. And I guess so he opens the door. He's butt naked, okay? He is as fresh as he came in to the world, standing in the doorway. And there his dad says, hey, we gotta pull a calf. Get dressed, let's go. Heath is like, comes back into the room. Dad's like going off about like, okay, you have to come. We're gonna go this way. Like, this is where me.
Yes, like
this
he's
is where
like business. Like,
yeah,
let's
he's
go.
like, this
Let's
is where
do
the
it.
cow is. We're gonna bring her in this way. Come through this gate, kind of thing. Perfect. I know that Keith is not awake. Like I know that he's.
But were you listening to this?
I'm listening. I'm in the bedroom,
Okay.
and I'm like laying there like listening, and Keith is just like he's like and I'm like you're not getting any
Not
this
retaining anything.
nothing comes into the room. He's got like his toque on, if I remember correctly, and he's putting on his socks, and he's just sitting there, just like. And I said, hey babe, we gotta like your dad said we had to go pull a calf. Hey, like we gotta get going. Yeah, and you can tell. Like replaying everything in his head. And so anyways, he finally gets to us, we get out the door.
Oh my
I like
goodness.
whatever, we go and pull his calf. Nobody says anything. His dad doesn't say a word. Like he's standing in the door covering his junk. Nothing. No, we just go pull this calf and act like it's business as usual. And
That
Keith's
is
like,
so funny.
I didn't hear the quad. I just heard the dog barking. I was telling you, there's a quad coming. Like somebody's in the yard. He's like, yeah, I didn't. Missed it. That is my.
So did you buy him a house coat after this?
No! Oh, even if I did, he wouldn't wear it. Are you kidding me? Anyways, it's so
Did it
funny.
even register to his dad though? Because like it might have been early enough in the morning
Honestly,
that he wasn't there.
That his dad was just
That
like
his dad
business,
was
business.
just like, dude, get dressed. Like, come on, let's go.
yeah, and
move on."
honestly,
Yeah.
like he might have been
Whatever.
slightly. He
and like
said,
as a dad, I'm sure dads are just like, whatever, just hurry up. Like,
Yeah, like,
quit
let's go.
messing around.
yeah,
like,
like,
let's
we gotta
go.
go. Like
Yeah.
you know, I'm not really sure if it registered or if Keith was like semi-hidden because the old door like opened like in like I don't know the way it
Right.
opened. If he was positioned right, it might not have been like maybe it just looked like he didn't have a shirt on. But he's like, yeah, I just had this instinct to like cover my junk when I like opened the door.
Like, well, that's good.
And like I was like, oh, glad you weren't just welling it out there. Anyways, it was funny when we were like, I was discussing with him. I was like, hey, we've got like a calving episode coming up. Like what? And he was like, well, you could tell that one story. And I was like, ah, good. I was gonna ask for
You're like,
forgiveness
good, because
anyways.
that's the one that
coming
was
up.
on the
Yeah.
docket.
Lace, you got a good one?
I think so. I don't know. Like, I feel like you guys all, because you started into it married, but whereas I feel like mine all come from when I was a kid.
Still.
So, like, we calved in March. It
Ooh,
was a
like-
calving barn. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, heated?
Yeah. No, the front half was heated, the back half wasn't. So the
Okay.
front where like the head gate and the office and like that kind of stuff was heated, and then there was two pens in the front that were heated. So that if like a cold calf came in and stuff, they had somewhere warm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then the back was just unheated. But if there was like 3, 5 cows in there
It's
calving,
warm.
it was warm.
Yeah.
So it was fine. So we did night check every couple hours and like all the stuff, right?
That's crazy.
And we went down every afternoon to like, because you have to clean out the barn and do all the
Mhm.
stuff. And there was always this one mean cow, like
Yeah.
35C.
Yeah, you know number. That's
The
the thing.
number-
You
the
know
number draw.
number. Oh yeah. Oh.
And like, yeah, just she was mean all the time.
Yeah.
And you have to like watch out for her. And I remember we were cleaning out the barn and she had to get out.
She'd calved?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she had to get out because we couldn't clean out our fence because obviously she's mean.
Yeah.
And I think I had to open the gate. She did not go out the gate. She hit the gate and I was not in the right place and like totally broke my nose.
No.
No
It's
way.
crooked. My nose is crooked.
I see that now.
Yeah, I see that now too.
I didn't know that.
I don't remember after that. So she obviously, like, it obviously hit hard enough because there's a lot of
knocked you
details that are
out.
really foggy.
Oh, wow.
But I remember then getting home and we're like sitting at the table
Be a rancher's kid.
and
Oh
they're
my
like,
gosh.
I don't know why this sticks out to me, but we were having chicken noodle soup.
Oh my gosh.
And I
Like
remember
this.
my parents casually looking at me and being like, if you don't want your nose crooked for the rest of your life, you better go fix that. And I went to the bathroom and like shoved my nose back. And then I remember,
No, you did not.
By yourself?
yeah,
You didn't pass out?
they were having soup.
Oh my
Nobody thought we should take this kid in or like we should help, at least help.
Well,
knock
I
it
think
back.
put
the
some
bleeding
bandage?
had stopped by the time I like
Oh
had
my
made it home because
gosh.
obviously you had to. I don't know. I don't like the.
Were you the only-
between that like when I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
hit and
It's all a blur.
the soup? Like I don't remember.
The soup. That's
I
so-
don't know why the soup
but
sticks,
sticks
out.
out.
That's
yeah.
so funny.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
I, like, I came
Can
out
you still
crying
eat
and
chicken
was
noodle
like,
soup?
Guys, it's not gonna be any more straight. This is all I got. I can't get it farther.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Okay, that's not where. Okay, when you started that story,
No.
that's not where I thought that was going.
Okay, so now do you think you're more like in tune with your kids? Are you like, do not go near? Do
Yeah,
not
see,
like,
like,
are you more
my
intense
parents-
or
And like, because we ranched with my uncle, and they were always like, "It's bluffing. It's just bluffing."
oh.
And I am very hardcore. It is not bluffing. Get out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like calving now, like I'm scared. I've got run over so many times.
Yes.
Like so many times.
Yeah.
Because it's bluffing. Just stand in the way
Yeah.
and it'll go.
It'll
Like
go.
it's not gonna hit you. And like I got hit like square onto the chest, like knocked me out
Yeah.
hardcore once. So now
Now you're like, it's
I-
not bluffing.
I take
No.
the dog with me out checking, and I know that most people are like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because the cows are more likely to chase the dog. But the dog will get between me and a mean cow.
Yeah.
And so the chance that the cow is going to chase the dog
Is
outweighs
it chasing you?
like, or it's more benefit than
yeah.
if the cow chases me, she's going to step in the way and then I
Right.
get out of the way so I won't get hit.
Yeah.
And it's happened multiple times. And then David's like, why do you take the dog? And I was like, so I don't get hit. He's like, you're only getting hit because you have the dog. And then he went out and moved cows. And the cow had him like running circles around the hay bale because she was not bluffing.
So
And I
how's that
was like,
working out, honey? That's what how'd that go for
this is
you?
why I take the dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no.
For those ones
No.
that aren't bluffing.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We could do a whole episode on
Oh my God.
Crazy cows.
Yeah.
We should. That's a great
We all
idea.
have numbers.
Oh, so bad. Yeah. Trin, what's yours?
Okay, well, I'm less hands-on calving. So this is the year I got pregnant with my first.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like type A to the max. So I was like, okay, we can't have a baby during calving, haying, seeding, or harvest.
It
Like
leaves you what? All of 3
1
months?
month?
all of November to like
yeah.
February,
February.
March
Okay.
was my thing.
Your tight window.
Yes. And of course, like, if we didn't get pregnant, then I would totally throw all that out the window. But this was like, we're young and we're gonna start.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like this is my window and then we'll go from there. And so yes, I got pregnant in February and then so March I was like pretty okay. And then April hit
Oh.
and I got so sick. This was COVID time.
yeah.
I was sick. I was only gonna work until like I think it was like May 5th because like things were shutting down because of COVID and like the business wasn't doing good. So I was like, okay, I just gotta work till May 5th. But then of course we're in the heat of calving. We had bought a bunch of bred heifers that year.
Right.
So we weren't calving May. We were calving like March, April. Like in the
Heifers.
yes, heifers.
Oh.
And we were in the thick of it. And this was also a year of like bad weather.
Oh, yeah.
Like it rained, it snowed, it rained,
Oh,
it
yeah.
snowed, it rained, it snowed that
Yeah.
year.
And it was like the last wet year we had.
It was the last wet year we had.
Yeah.
And so Jorm every day is just like, oh my gosh, just like in the snow, in the rain, like there's massive puddles, there's calves in these puddles. There's calves cold. Like he's just bringing them in, warming them up all the time because they're just cold. Like the
Yeah.
days were cold, the nights were cold, everything was cold. And here I am I'd go to work, I'd come home, I would nap. Joram would have to come home, make me supper because I was
couldn't cook.
so
Yeah.
sick. I couldn't smell anything, nothing. It would all make me puke. I would be in the bedroom with the door closed. He'd make supper,
Poor guy.
and then he'd go back
You go
calving.
back out. Oh.
And he was just like, it was crazy.
And it's just him, too.
And it's like just him.
Could
Like,
he have called one of his brothers, like, hey?
oh, totally.
But
I
it's just
I
kind of not.
think we were kind of in a season of just like they were trying to seed and all of this.
Right.
Usually they do other stuff. Like
Yeah.
we're not just
Plus,
calving.
they
We're
haven't
yeah,
done
seeding,
calves, so they don't
we're-
know.
Yeah.
And you
They're
the
not
thing
going
is
to
with
see it or recognize it
No.
if it's a problem.
Yeah,
No.
and for Jorm,
So-
like he knows, like, and if there is a big problem, Jorm knows how to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
His dad and his brothers can do it for sure.
right,
But
but
it'll
in
get
general,
done faster. It'll, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's just his thing. And so it was just like the
Ah.
longest season
and
of
he
our
was so
life.
sick, and
So
he's so tired.
he's so
Is he doing
tired.
night checks at this point too because it's such
I
bad
think
weather?
like anytime he would bring something in, he would night check.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he was like checking throughout, like
Oh.
if things were good throughout the day. And then so I remember we went on a vacation at the end of June and his body had been so stressed. We got to our destination and he puked. This was between like this season of life was so crazy and stressful. I can't remember why it was stressful as well on the farm. There were other things going on.
Going
I don't
on.
remember that. It's all a blur. But
Trin's like, I was just surviving.
I was surviving
Oh.
on poutine. That's like
Oh, yeah, I remember that poutine.
that's the only thing I could eat when I was pregnant with her was poutine.
Oh my
And I just remember, yeah, we just like from March until June, he was so stressed out that finally he had relaxed on the first day of vacation and
And
just
he
like
was so sick.
so sick. And then he was good after that.
I call that Keith gets like that. I call it his rev limiter.
His
When he,
what?
his rev limiter, because he like boom, 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 goes, and then he just tanks.
Crashes.
Puking. That's
Yeah.
it. Headaches and puke.
Yeah.
That's on my. Ooh, you hit it.
David
Yeah.
will too, but he falls asleep. So like
Oh,
if he
yeah.
goes too long for like
And
this
would-
fall he was doing a bunch, so like he'd go to work for 12 or 14 hours and then come home and work
Mhm.
on the shed
Right.
house for 3 or 4 hours, and then eventually he hits a point and then he'll just sleep for like
Yeah.
24 hours and
Yeah.
you can't
That's
wake him.
crazy.
Yeah.
He just resets.
He just-
Yeah. And then
He's good
like
again?
after the 24 hours,
Yeah.
he's
It's
ready to
nicer
go.
than like getting sick.
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
you're down for the count for like a couple days and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
Keith's
one
like- it's
full
like-
day of
Keith
sleep.
is just like a 24-hour thing. He gets sick,
Yeah.
pukes it out, has a headache, goes to bed, sleeps for like 18 hours,
Yes.
wakes up good.
Hmm.
How do men do this?
I don't know. Not in my blood. Not
No.
That ain't it.
No, I'm like, I will take 5 days in bed, please.
Yeah. I'm sick. Can't come out. Sorry. Speaking of sick,
Okay.
my second calving story, I was super sick. Keith and I are both really sick. It's been like a really chaotic year. This is a year that we had like a bunch of calves on the ground like early. Like we weren't quite in our calving area. We're like in the field behind our calving area. Like they're just moving there, right? His dad was really good. Like Keith was like, "Hey, we're sick. Like, don't come around if you don't need us. Like, not to be a dick, but if there's anything calving, like we'll tag it tomorrow, like when we're feeling better,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Because we generally tag like
You guys were
quite
just so
quickly.
sick.
We were so sick, and I got it first, and then Keith got it. So it was like, whatever, we're sick. It's fine. His dad comes like banging on the door, and I was like, oh, it can't be good if dad, because dad's normally like pretty good about that for
Yeah.
the most part, like, especially if you're throwing up, like you're not doing it. So he comes, he's like, hey, I'm so sorry, but there's like this Hereford heifer that's just like down in the field, and he's like, it's gonna take all of us because we can't get it. She won't get up, can't get her to
Yeah.
head gate. So that's the other thing. She's not where we calve, so she's not in a place for us to like pull this calf at all. So like, okay, so Keith, they get all whatever, we get dressed, we like go out there. The side by side ride out there, I was like, I'm gonna be sick, right? Like I am
The
not
whole
feeling
time you're just
good.
like,
Like I was just not in a good space. We like pull up this is like she's one of my favorite cows. We don't have a lot of like full Herefords left. She's a young animal. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. She's so tiny.
Yeah.
And the calf coming out of her is absolutely
Massive.
like so overbaked. And I was just like, oh, you poor thing. Like this is not good. So Dave like ropes her
Yeah.
and go like kind of ties off and like holds it to the side by side, because that's the thing, we're in the middle of the hayfield, like there is
Yeah, and
no
you guys
way.
don't use horses.
We don't use horses, so there's nothing to like tie off to.
No.
So it's me and Keith pulling, and the other awkward thing is there's quite a height difference to us,
Yeah.
and there's like I have no leverage, so we're like having to use this poor cow, and I was just like, oh, it was so bad. It was just so bad, and we pull it, and it's fine. We like get the calf like up. It's like tongue's a little swollen. Like it's
Yeah.
It's been there for a while.
Yeah, she's in
Yeah.
tough shape. Like she was probably just starting to calve, or like right after dad left the last
Right.
check. Like this,
Right.
Yeah.
she's a hot mess. So I'm like, we get this calf up, we get it like breathing and on its brisket. I like look at Keith. I was like, hey, you good? He's like, yeah. I was like, cool. I like walk 10 paces, just heaving. Like I mean, just absolutely heaving. And the whole time I'm like, whatever. This is so embarrassing, but the whole thing in my head was like, I will puke, but I cannot let it come out the other end. Like I was so sick that I was just like, I refuse. Like this is bad enough. I'm doing it in front of my father-in-law, and I was just like, and Dave's laughing. He's like, I'm like, oh no, this is not great. This is
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. So then we're like, that's all fine and games. And so it was funny because when we were driving home on the side by side, when like I don't know, when Yellowstone first came out, there's like this first scene and they like jump out of the truck and like rope it right there in the
Okay,
field,
yeah, I
and
think
it's
I know
just
what you're
them.
talking about.
And when we watch it, Keith's like, that's so unrealistic. That would never happen. That's so dumb. That's not how that works. He looks at me, he's like, that was the most Yellowstone thing we've ever done. And I was like, yeah. And so I was so sick, he had to drop me off. I walked home. We were like wailing. I realized I was like, I can't ride on the time. I said, I'm not feeling so good. I was like stripping my clothes off. Like it was so bad.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, just on the topic of being sick, that's
Yes.
it's my number 2 calving. I mean, and that heifer, she's like such a good mom. She
Yeah.
like mothered up so good. Everything was great, and I was
It
just
was
like,
just the size of the calf. And
poor
At
girl.
least you didn't have to like go back and try and get her nursing and
Oh.
like fix all the stuff.
Oh,
after.
yes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could just leave her.
I
and-
was just like,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank goodness we're done with that. Like, and I went late in bed, and I was just like, Keith
Yeah.
was like kind of energized after that. I was like, hold on, I'm sorry. How is that energizing? I am dead.
His adrenaline is
Yeah,
like
he's like,
going,
"Oh, that was
right?
great.
It's like,
That's
it's
so good."
amazing. Let's
And
do it
dad,
again.
yeah, and dad's like, "Okay, well, have a good night, guys." Like, so
Yeah.
chill. He's like, "Sorry I had to do that." He's like, "Hopefully you feel better." And I was
And
just
do you
like,
find stuff like that always happens like at nighttime?
Yeah.
It's like getting dark and you're like,
yeah. It's always
oh
at the
no,
most like
he's not calving.
Yeah.
Like right before you have to go somewhere.
Okay, so this year, we're getting a new cedar. It's called an
Okay.
Avatar. It's from Horsch. Jorum's.
You're speaking to non-farmer.
I know.
I don't know what
That
this
sounds
means.
fun.
This is for the farmers. Jorum's. I don't know. Okay, he's gonna be like, oh, that's wrong, but whatever. Jorum's mom is related to like the owner of Horsch in Germany. Like that's who started this company.
Okay.
And so, anyways, these cedars are like really nice. Anyways, so Joram wants to do like a little bit more seeding and spraying and all these other things that go along with seeding. And his dad's like kind of taking time out now.
Yeah.
And so I have like a little dilemma because I'm like, okay, I want to do more calving stuff. Like I want to do more checks for him throughout the day and stuff. So I want to be like into it more.
Yeah.
So the first thing is all the cows are at his parents' place. So it's not like I can just like hop out on the side by side and just like go out and check.
Well, it's not that far.
I still have to drive with kids. It's definitely different with a 1-year-old. Like
Okay,
the
that's fair.
3-year-old,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, pack her up, let's go. The 1-year-old, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be like a whole big thing. Like,
Yeah.
I need to pack snacks.
No, Kate, when we have the kids, this is what you do during calving season.
Okay.
Just have a cooler that
But
literally
it's already
lives
full of snacks.
or under the seat. Things that ain't gonna be bad,
Yeah.
full of snacks. I literally fill it, and it ain't for the kids all the time. It's for me too. But
Yes.
it's besides the point.
Yes.
Just fill it because you don't have to worry about it.
No, that's true.
It's one less thing to have
And I
to
think
think
I'll
about.
have to put him like in the backpack and then have
Yeah.
her in front of me and then do that. But like on
Yeah.
the quad.
Yeah.
Because I don't
And
really
then
want
you-
to take the pickup
And
out
then
every
you
day
always
because
Yeah.
leave a clean pair of clothes in your vehicle
Mm,
Yeah.
so that when
smart.
they're muddy,
Yeah.
you
Or
don't-
just
you
always
don't
have a
to-
sheet.
Yeah, something
Something.
so that you don't have to put them back in their car seat
Yeah.
muddy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, I'm excited that you're taking on for more calving.
Yeah, I want to do more. Like, I want to be a part of it more. I want to
Yeah.
help out. I want to.
And like start with like 1 or 2 checks a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can be like, oh, I can do more.
Do you guys
Yes.
have like radios, or what do you guys use if something is going on?
Okay, yeah. So there's a radio in his parents' house that
Okay.
like goes to all the equipment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's nice at least because there are a lot of places on the farm that have
No
no
service.
service,
Yeah.
as we all know.
yes.
Yes.
No service. And so, and we also have like GPS. Like this is on the combines. I don't know if it's on the cedar, probably, but there's an app that I can log into
Oh.
that shows like where the 2 combines are on the field
Really?
and like how much they're yielding
Wow.
and
wow.
everything.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
This
It's
is bougie.
really cool.
Okay, so for calving at your guys' place, when you guys have to pull something, it's at his parents?
Yes.
Okay, so everything,
Yeah,
calving,
they have
corrals, all that
yes,
system is
they
like
have the
set up
whole
there.
system and everything set up there. They
Okay.
have a barn there.
Right.
Norm he just built a nice tack shed just a couple
Which
years ago.
might be nice then because if like there's a
I can
calf
give
that
the
needs to be
kids to
pulled,
my
you can
in-laws.
you can be like, hey, I
Yeah.
gotta go back out and we gotta pull this calf
Yeah.
here because your kids aren't old enough to get left in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine
That's
are old
just-
enough to get left in the house. If there's a
Yes.
problem, I just
you can
You
just
can
go
leave
and
them.
do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas like I can't just
Yeah.
and I can't even just leave them in the vehicle.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
yeah.
thing.
my son would be like, that's a hard no.
That ain't happening, sorry.
No.
No.
Yeah, so I can just drop them off at my
Yeah.
in-laws and go back out and
Okay, well, we're
whatever.
gonna need a full update. Come calving season
Yes.
with your checking. We're gonna do like we
Yes.
need an update on that, how that's working out.
But then on certain nights, then I'll be doing farm suppers as well.
Ooh,
Ooh,
So then
that's another.
yes.
there's a whole other aspect to it.
Do you guys? We're gonna save this. I have a question, but we're gonna save it for
Oh.
another episode. Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna save it. Yeah, we'll save it.
Jot it down.
Noted. We'll try again later. Yeah, I think it's better somewhere else.
Okay. Okay.
ahead.
I love it.
What do you
Yeah.
got, Lace?
Yeah. Do you have
I feel like
anything
you got
else?
some wild ones because you grew up on the farm.
I do.
So when you were growing up on the farm, did your family do horses or was it?
Yeah, we had horses.
Okay, yeah. So you grew
But
up
we
with
didn't
horses.
check like night checks and stuff were on a quad.
Yeah.
Or we
Yeah.
drive the truck down. Because we lived a mile from the main yard.
Okay.
Right.
And then my cousins lived right by the ranch side.
Right.
So then we'd do night check. So we'd switch. Someone in their family would either do the midnight check.
And how
then
many cattle did you guys
we did
have?
like the 2 o'clock, 300.
Okay.
Oh my God. That is so many to be calving out when it could be minus 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the barn
For
was
real.
very full.
Yeah.
Very full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
That's
Okay,
why
sorry, I
You
interrupted.
No,
had
that's
we
crazy.
like cleaned out the barn every day.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Yeah.
what you did. You cleaned out the barn
just-
every day.
It's just
Oh
what
my
it
gosh.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's wild to me.
That's
And-
like so different to what you do now. And like
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
that.
Having it
and-
on grass is
Yes.
completely different.
Oh
Like
my
we don't
gosh.
have a
Totally
barn,
different
we don't
stress.
do night
Yeah.
check. We
The
just
only
like
problems we have is when somebody calves in a hay bale. And
In
you're
a
like
hay
in
bale?
between two hay bales.
Oh, yeah, because you guys
And the
bail
calf
feed.
gets stuck. And it's
We
like,
don't
what the
bail
heck?
feed. That's wild.
Not that we normally have two bales right beside each other.
No, but the odd, and
the
you know
odd
what?
time.
the odd
A
time
cow
there
is gonna
is.
find it.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
There is no way around it.
Yeah.
Cows be like, oh, that looks cozy. Let me get in there and have a calf in the worst spot possible. Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
But what do you guys, you don't bail graze? You go out
No,
and feed them every day?
we feed every second day. Like, it's kind of
Oh, yeah.
amazing, but not really because we
No,
have
you just-
feeders around
yeah.
everything. And we feed every 2. So maybe Dad stretches it to 3. But when we start calving, when it's calving, we start every day. Because we're
Yeah.
out there checking anyways.
Yeah.
So we just feed every
Oh,
day. Dad will go and feed and
See,
Keith
we
and I
bail
feed check.
graze. I'm really paranoid of like accidentally backing over a calf
Oh my
or
gosh.
something.
You've only hit one or
I
two cows
know.
in your life.
You've hit some?
Okay, I'm so embarrassed. But like
Wait, a
was
calf or a cow?
no,
A cow.
a full-on cow.
Girl, how'd you miss that? No, actually, I can't say
Okay,
anything. Go, go,
Okay,
go.
this is traumatic a little
Yeah.
bit.
Were you guys
I
calving when
tried.
you hit it?
It's bringing up, just wait.
Okay, go.
So
Oh, I'm tense.
I was
I'm like a little
feeding-
bit. Woof.
I was feeding cows, right?
Okay.
And we had them like on the one side of like the left side of the
Yeah.
driveway. So I had to bring the bales down the driveway, and then into the bottom gate.
And on your driveway, it's like your driveway's like up here and it kind of goes down on each side.
Yeah. Yeah. Our driveway is definitely raised.
Yes.
And there was still snow. So it was just before calving.
Yeah.
And the sun,
Sorry, I have something in my mouth. Ah! It was like, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just picking. You have to cut that maybe. I don't know. Keep it in. I don't care. It's just me picking at myself. Sorry, go. That was like climactic of the
And
story. I'm
go.
sorry. Chop, go. My bad.
okay, so the sun was glaring right off the
So,
snow,
Mhm.
and like it was right at the right angle. So you could barely see coming down the driveway.
Sorry.
And we had the cows go, I run an electric fence sometimes so they can graze the driveway piece because there's a fence on one side and then a fence on the other side.
Right.
But there's like quite a bit of grass. So
Yeah.
sometimes just to let the pastures have a bit of a break because we only have a quarter and we kind of have to rotate, I use
Right.
the driveway. And all the cows get out of the way except for my fluffies. And I was like driving down the road and I didn't see it. Like I had 2 bales on the front because our tractor is big enough that
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
like grapple 2 big bales.
Right.
and the snow
And-
is like also blinding.
Yeah, it was blinding. I couldn't see. It was kind of like reflecting, and I was like, all the cows got out of the way. And then I felt them hit something, and then I felt it like roll under, and like I wasn't driving that fast because
No.
there were cows there.
Yeah.
I really wasn't
Yeah,
driving
yeah.
that fast. And so
You just
like
didn't
I
see her.
stopped and lifted up the bucket,
Mm-hmm.
and my favorite Highland cow was underneath. I had
So sad.
bale rolled her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was like, oh my word. Also, I was like super mad at her because like what cow gets hit or like bumped into and then doesn't walk away?
Yes.
But
I was
it's
like,
also
what
'cause
is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was like,
A
okay.
little bit of survival of the fittest at this
Yeah.
I
point.
did not have survival instincts because then I was like, okay, she's not like, because it wasn't like
No.
right on the ground. She was okay.
Yes, but
Kind of
then
okay.
she
Wait,
just
sorry, did she
stayed
live?
there.
So
Okay,
then
go. Sorry. Oh
I-
boy.
It's a longer
drug
story.
her off the road. Like I drug her off the
Yeah.
road onto the grass and like got her all set up.
Yeah.
But like she's heavy. And I couldn't like drag her very far off the
Mhm.
road.
Yeah.
So like I come back and she had flailed and jammed her head into the side of the bank of the driveway. Her whole horn,
Broke.
no, was stuck in the side of the road. Like this much was stuck in the side of the road, and it had broken off in her skull. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
I
that's
have no words for this. Like,
No.
how you yeah,
like,
And it's
well,
because
now
it's
you're
a-
not gonna
And
survive.
it's because it's a
Yeah.
Highland that happened. Because
Yeah,
Right.
like, yeah, she could have flailed and like been trying to get up or whatever,
Yeah.
but she flailed
But
hard
she just
enough and
caught-
slammed her head hard enough that her whole horn was stuck in
crazy.
the side of the driveway.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I could not
Golly.
pull it out.
Ugh.
So like, go get David. And
You're
was like,
please help me.
so
Help me.
one
Yeah.
problem escalated into another.
This is a situation.
This
This
is
is
a
not a problem.
problem.
This is a
This is a
situation.
situation.
So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I didn't know where that was going. That was not it. I think I say that often to your stories. Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Yeah, that was sad.
That's brutal.
That was a sad.
that was
That's just like
that was a
3 years
really
ago,
sad
right,
day.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the other thing too that like I feel like isn't discussed is some like I feel like everybody talks about like all the good times with cows.
Mm-hmm.
There are some sad
There are
things.
some
Yeah.
sad.
And like some are not preventable, some are just like a fluke accident that like
yeah,
just
things
don't
just seriously happen.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had when we were same year, very wet year, like
Yeah.
first year we were out here, whatever. We were calving and there was this isn't like necessarily sad, it's kind of more like just like unpredictable, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a cow out there and her whole she had a calf. Calf is sitting beside her. Whole uterus hanging outside of the cow. I looked at Kira and said, "What is that?" I didn't know. I did not know.
No.
And he looks and he's like, "Oh, we gotta call the vet." His dad had already gone in to call the vet
Yeah.
because this is at a point where we're like, we don't got radios. We should have radios. But we don't.
Do you still not have radios?
We do now,
Oh, okay.
but this is like the first year the
Yes.
communication's very fresh.
Yes.
Whole uterus is out, and I was like, "So what do you?
Yeah, what do you
What
do?
do you
What do you
do?"
mean call the vet? What's the vet gonna do?
Yeah. So I'm asking Keith like, okay, so she has a calf on the ground. So, what do you, where do we go from here? Like, and he was like, "Oh, we'll just like shuttle her into the calving area. Like we're in the calving area, but like into like our calving corral."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." So thankfully it like wasn't it was wet, but it wasn't like wet enough the vet couldn't make it out because that's the other thing. Excuse me, where the like calving corrals are, if it's super muddy, the vet can't make it. Like it's up
really?
it's like clay. So it's better now, but like if it's really wet, it's just like yes,
Vet
you
can't
gotta
come
sort
in
it
here
out.
on your own.
Yeah.
Or
So
bring
the-
it in.
Yeah. But you can't even get a truck up
can't.
there
Oh, yeah, I guess.
because you can't back a truck and a trailer over.
No.
I'll take some pictures of the approach. It's
Yes.
a bit sketch, but like it works. It was the best place to
Yeah.
do it, whatever. It's just how it happened.
There's no good place to put
There,
one back.
no, there isn't. Well, and the other thing too is like at the time when I believe, and I could be misspeaking, Keith might correct me, when they put this calving arena, corrals, whatever in, Dave and Helen were like living. Dad used to just like walk down the creek bed, back up, and it's right there. So it's like a 3-minute walk.
Yeah.
So like it's
so it's close for
not
them.
even a creek bed, but it's like a whatever drop.
Yeah.
Is it
And
behind
so-
the house?
It was behind. Yeah, it's like behind the Clemson house.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like right there. So like in that situation, it's perfect.
Right.
Not super good if you actually like need to get an animal,
If you like
out.
actually need to do
especially because we're in the day and age now where like the vets don't want to come do like a C-section if it's like not sterile and clean and like headgate and dead.
Yeah.
Like things have really changed since
Yes.
that's been put in. Like when that was
Yeah.
put in, Dave talks about a time where like the vet just came out, they just roped this calf later down. He did the C-section right there. Like that's
Yeah.
how much things have
Oh,
changed.
yeah.
So anyways, we're walking, that's a tangent, but like we're walking this cow in. The vet comes and I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. And I'm like, I'm not doing great, but I'm like, okay, like this is fine. Like,
okay.
yeah, and I'm not one to like pass out over blood or anything. Like I was a clumsy kid. Like I was always in the hospital for
Have you
dumb
passed
things.
out like before?
Not for that. I used to pass out like randomly, my blood sugar dropped or
Oh,
something,
okay.
but like not for that. So the vet is a friend of Keith. They went to school together, so they're having like a good old chat, catching up. Everybody's like super chill. I'm not. Like I was not okay.
She's just like,
Yeah, we're just gonna do this. She,
yeah.
I kid, sprays this uterus down with like iodine, all the stuff. The
Right. So it's
smell of
clean, so it goes
yes,
back in.
the smell of it,
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
oh, I ain't doing so hot.
Like you're in the morgue or what?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the smell, and maybe it's because she was like just freshly calved. I don't know. The combination though, I was like, oh, I'm not doing good.
I'm not
So
okay.
our vet was like, oh, can you just like hold the tail? I'm like, this seems like the most useless job, but yeah, I will absolutely. Like, I'm like, I'm a farm wife. I can do hard things. Like, yeah, we can do it. She pushes this uterus back in and is like sewing up whatever she's doing. And I was like, yeah, so like she's done. She's like kind of cleaning up. I was like, so are we good? I have this thing when I'm done. I'm like, are we good? She's like, yeah, everything's fine. I look at Keith, I was like, I'm gonna go lay by the quad. He's like, what? I just walked off. I just marched. I literally was like, I'm like fuzzy. I'm like looking at the quad, and probably if anybody was watching, it was not in a straight line. I guarantee you we were not in
No.
a straight line. I go to the other side of the quad, just flat out, just thump. I didn't pass out, but I was like,
You're like, I need to sit down.
I was so queasy.
Yeah.
So not only like, no, I was like, you should mention that, Keith. Like that could happen. You didn't. I feel like there's some things.
Well, yeah.
I need
I
like
didn't
give
really
me a
understand
presentation.
prolapse
Yeah.
until no.
Give
I
me a
needed
See,
like
I grew
presentation
up
of all
with
the
it,
things.
and then we would just like, oh, the cow prolapsed. So we'd run to the house, grab our soap and water pail,
Yeah.
come back, and like my dad or uncle would just like, you just wash it off
Oh my
and cram
gosh.
it back in,
No.
and then you just stitch it
no.
up, and
Yeah.
we had a chute, like coming into the barn, the chute was like on a little bit of a downhill. So if they were prone to like prolapse,
Then
Yeah.
you put them like in the chute.
yeah, so that it was pointing down for a couple
Oh, well,
days,
there you go.
Oh,
so that she
interesting.
couldn't push it back
Push it
out.
back out. Okay, what? And then the vet told me this, but I, again, very fuzzy. I could not, I should probably ask Keith, but you might know. There's one prolapse, like a vaginal prolapse or a uterine prolapse.
Yeah.
One you don't have to ship on. Like one is a random thing that happens, and the other one is like, if they do it once, they'll continue to do
Is it
it.
uterine?
Yeah, uterine,
They'll keep
like
on
once
doing it?
every time they calve,
Okay. Yeah,
they'll
so
push it out. So like we'd make notes like this cow would
Yeah.
prolapse, so then
right.
she'd calve, and we always watched her.
And you
if
guys
she was
never got rid of
starting
her?
to, we did sometimes.
Okay.
Like the one of them, like it was like dragging on the ground, like she
Yeah.
couldn't move.
Yes, like
she couldn't
dirty.
like.
That's the other thing. Sorry, go. Oh, it's so gross.
And
I'm like,
It is gross.
yeah.
It is gross.
Yeah, so then we did ship her, but some
Okay,
of them
yeah.
are just like a little bit.
And
Yeah,
then you
and you
just
can like sew 'em
Eh,
back
Well,
in.
we didn't sew most of them that were
Okay.
just
you
the,
just put
the
them
extreme one that was like dragging it
on the
all behind.
downhill.
Yeah, if you just put them on the downhill for a day or two,
Then it won't
That's
pop
crazy.
back out.
then
Oh my gosh.
she'll quit because it's like
We need to put a trigger warning for
Yeah, we're gonna have to put this in this graphic. Sorry,
trigger warning.
very graphic. That's
yeah, so like it comes because like after they're done calving, right? They're still
there's
pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they.
Yeah.
Yes.
I literally said to
It's
Keith,
actually the other ones that are more gross to me.
I agree. I
Yeah.
also agree with that. But
'Cause-
when you've never seen it, I said to Keith, I said, hey, hun, there's some things I feel like you did not mention. He's like, well, it doesn't happen.
And it's
often."
not
But see,
something
he
that
grew
he
up with
would
it, so it
mention
probably
though.
doesn't register
Yeah, it
because
doesn't.
it doesn't.
No.
No.
He
That's
like
just
It's just another day on the
he
farm.
comes and the vet was like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. I was so embarrassed. Like I was like, yeah, I'm fine. She's like, she probably thinks like she's probably thinking like, oh, this girl ain't cut out for this. Like I wasn't at that point in time. I was like, I can do it. No, I could not.
No.
But she was like so sweet. She's like, yeah, some of those things are kind of tough. Hey,
You're like, yes.
it
Yes,
was rough. Like,
actually.
I know it wasn't me who had the uterine prolapse, but it is very tough. Thanks for checking in on me. Like Keith's like, you need a granola bar. And we went back. We literally he was like, "Here's a granola bar. Like,
Yes.
we gotta go back at it."
And then it's one of those moments where you're like, I could never be a vet
Yeah.
or a
Well, see,
doctor or
I
anything.
have zero desire to be
Yeah.
a vet.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I like.
But you can handle stuff like that.
I have only like puked, almost passed out once,
I haven't done it since,
but
but
it's not like it wasn't related
Yeah.
to calving.
Oh, well, there you go.
So,
there's a lot of things. That is not for me.
Oh.
See, like, okay, but that's the other thing. I find it really interesting. Like when we had to go in, we had a massive calf that like needed to be pulled. It was a big calf, but also she had a tipped uterus.
Okay.
Flipped
yeah.
uterus.
Flipped.
And we learned it at that calving conference. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known. So Keith's like in there, he's like, like something's not right. I think we got to bring her in. And I was like, okay, well, can I check? Because I'm like very, when he's in there and it's not like an urgent thing, like I want to know what's what. So I'm like, oh, I actually think this is like a flipped uterus. Like I think it's tip. And he was like, what?
You're like, it's a flipped uterus,
Yeah, I was
babe.
like, I was like, I could be wrong, but that's my guess. I said either way, you're gonna need a
Yeah.
C-section. This calf is massive. Like because you could just feel it,
Right.
but it wasn't right. Like nothing was coming out
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And he was like, how did you know that? I was like, I actually find this stuff very interesting. He's like, you almost passed out that one time. I was like, okay, it was one time, first off. Secondly, I do find it interesting. But it's this, for me, it's the smell of the antiseptic
Right.
with whatever's
Yeah.
going on. Because when we just neutered, this is not the same topic, when we just neutered that farm cat, that
Yeah.
barn cat, the smell of the iodine
Oh.
with him, and I looked at Keith, I said, I'm gonna pass out again. I don't know what that is.
Oh.
I understand that though. That's a not good smell.
Oh,
It's
It's
like when you
gross.
go to the morgue when you're in is it grade 12 or 10? You go for the party
bye.
popper,
Yeah.
and you go to the morgue and it's the smell. For me, I was like, I almost passed out there.
Maybe
That-
that's what it is. I don't
no.
know.
I never
Ugh.
went. I have zero desire.
Oh,
Yeah.
and just to update, it was a tipped uterus. The vet confirmed and Keith did
And you
give.
were like,
I was like, I got a high five for that one. Ha ha. Like, I got it. Yeah. Oh, calving is something else.
Calving is something else. I'm excited for this year for calving, and just like it's fun that we can come back and like tell some
Tell stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a bit stressed. I'm not gonna lie about this.
Oh.
So we haven't. We're earlier than you guys. We're like mid-April, mid to end April. We have 5 Ole animals that we bought as heifers last year.
Yeah.
We probably should have kept them with our heifers to breed.
Oh, you put them with the cows.
We sent them out,
Are
but
they
they're
little?
they're quite small.
Um,
So depending who got them, technically they're a cow, they're a second calver.
yeah.
We normally after they're second calvers, we send them with the main herd.
but they're
However,
smaller.
they're really small.
Yeah.
So they're like
Do
the
you have
most-
a separate pen for cows and heifers
when we're breeding?
when you're calving?
No.
Everybody's together.
We put like right now they're separate.
Yeah,
breeding,
but then you put them all together.
like a week or two before we start our due date, like beginning of April, we'll bring the heifers down from the hill and bring them.
Okay.
They're back behind my house right now.
Oh yeah.
So
Ooh.
it just depends.
Well, at least you know the numbers and everything.
Yeah, we do.
So you can keep an eye on them. And if you know that they're starting to calve, like thankfully with cows and heifers, like there are signs.
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
Typically there are signs.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Or like a nice cow, she's just gonna have her calf
Yeah.
sometimes. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, cool.
Perfect.
Excellent.
But
Like a good
heifers,
cow.
there are signs
Yeah,
for sure
yeah.
that you can like
But they're technically
on
not a heifer, they're just a second calver.
yeah.
But, you
But
know,
sometimes second calvers,
I-
and if they're small and if they're with a bigger bull, then
I know. So we're watching. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like we'll keep posting on
okay, yeah, well need posting on that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Ranch Wives recipe swap. Brie, what's your go-to?
Okay, my go-to recipe for especially for calving is anything crock pot.
Mm,
So like I'm good on like the pulled pork or the like pulled beef. Whip up some coleslaw, throw it in a wrap, throw it on a bun, throw it as is. Because I don't have time. It depends. Some days I have time, but for a lot of time I don't have time. So a crock pot meal,
yeah,
done. Throw it in the morning, walk away from it, come home, have something cooked.
yeah.
And an easy like, okay, yeah, coleslaw, but like just throw it in like beside.
Yeah.
Done. My go-to. Trin, what's yours?
Well, right now I'm really into like pizza, homemade pizza,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you
can't go
can
wrong.
no, and you can make 2 at a time, or you could do 4 if you want, just like
Mhm.
just quadruple that recipe, and then you can always freeze
Yeah.
your dough
Yeah.
as well if you want, and then you can just whip it out and make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it fills up. Like I feel like for lunches it's just so easy, and you can do whatever. Like you can have 4 different pizzas.
And the nice thing is you can freeze it. You can make it ahead of time, freeze, then cook, or like make some, cook some, freeze, like whatever
Yeah.
you want. It's so, yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
I think mine would be tacos.
Ooh.
Oh, I do love a good taco.
I love
Yeah.
tacos.
Yep, I
And
love a
like
good.
just simple ground beef, cheese, even if that's all you have
Yeah.
Yeah.
on a nice wrap. Like I make my own wraps, but like, yeah. I
Well,
think
and the other
that's-
thing too is like any meat. You could literally do any meat, ground beef, chicken, whatever
and
you
there's so
want.
much
pork.
variety. You can do
Yeah.
it like I sometimes make a batch of wraps and then just like for the next 3 weeks, or 3 days. But you can change it every time.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be
absolutely.
the same thing.
Yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah,
I like
totally.
that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, friends. If you have any fun stories you want to share with us, email in or drop them down in the comments below. We'd love to hear your crazy calving stories if you got any. We'll read them on the podcast. And if you have any recipes, you can send those in and we'll read those potentially. Or maybe you'll give us ideas for our own
We
stash.
will need it coming
We
up
will
soon.
definitely need it.
For sure.
We're like 6 weeks out. Not even. No, we're 4 weeks.
No,
I'm 4 weeks out from
You're
calving.
4 weeks out.
You guys are a little
I
bit longer.
started.
You're ready.
You're
Yeah. So send us your recipes, give us your stories, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you next week.